Hey friends, welcome to another edition of Jamerrill is filming for YouTube with a towel on her head, and that's real life, so we're getting this done though. Hey, filming videos, that's a great thing. Yeah, so you'll have to watch this video and a couple videos around it to kind of get the storyline that's going on. I did a lot of shopping yesterday, and I didn't get to bed till 4 in the morning this morning, so that's why it's now in the afternoon. And I have washed my hair, so that's a good thing. But we just had some craziness go on. But this haul, I am so excited to share with you guys. There is a thrift store, and the proceeds from that thrift store benefit several missions. It is called Gift and Thrift, and it is located in Harrisonburg, Virginia. And so they have another organization, I believe that's how you would explain it, called Book Savers. And they have a wonderful, categorized, organized library of discount, amazing books. And it makes a homeschool mom who loves to read. I love to read for myself, and I love to read to my children. I want to be a writer when I grow up. Yeehaw. So I hyperventilate. Just absolutely hyperventilate when I get in there and get around all these good books. And I'm excited to look at every title with you guys. And then back here in the background, there's some other thrift store type items that I got. But I'm going to start with the books because that is why we are gathered here today and why I'm so excited. So I am forever and ever a Jane Austen fan. Some of my Jane Austen copies just eventually end up falling apart. But I got several Jane Austen copies that I either didn't have or I needed a fresh copy of. I don't think I have Mansfield Park in my collection, although I've read it. I know I have a copy of Emma that's in disrepair, so there we go. There's Emma. But then I got the complete novels of Jane Austen, and check this out, $1.75. Now I know we're going to always share our stories. There are library sales and other thrift store deals where you can get books for $1 or 50 cents, but I don't get to go out that much, out and about discount shopping and hitting all the thrift stores and stuff. I might get to go once a month during some seasons in life, and other seasons of life, 6 months might go by. So for me to pay $1.75, that is less than I would pay for it, most likely than on half.com. And plus I got to be out in the world and not on the internet, and I like that too. So I picked that up. This copy of Emma was 50 cents, and then this copy of Mansfield Park was $1, and this is in excellent shape. So we have a mix on this side of books that my high schoolers will read and that I will read, and also just to have as reference material in our family library. Oh, look, I also got Sense and Sensibility, and that's a decent copy, and I got that for $1 too. I got the Scarlet Letter. This is Writing Articles from the Heart. So like I have shared, I do want to be a writer when I grow up, and I'm kind of one now. This is $1.25. And I have had some articles published in magazines, etc., but we never stop learning, and believe me, if I can do it, anyone else can do it too. So I love just feeding my brain with reference material. We also have a copy of Little Women, and this was $1.25. That one's in good shape. Robinson Crusoe. One of my older sons said, "Oh, a copy of Robinson Crusoe." We had a copy of this that I was reading, and I don't know where I put it. So it was before our move though, so it's probably long gone. But this is in good shape. This was 50 cents. And then a copy of Uncle Tom's Cabin. That was $1.25. Then we have, this is a nice hardbound, actually a Barnes & Noble Classics edition of Charles Dickens' Great Expectations, $1.75. Then back here, we have some C.S. Lewis. One of my sons was like, "Oh my goodness, I didn't even know he wrote this book." So this was $1.75, and I got this with my older sons in mind. We got a big copy of Lord of the Rings. This one has obviously been a little loved, but it's nice to have all the books in one edition. That was $1.75. And another Tolkien book. I have never read this one. This one is $2. However, a lot just to add to the library if you like Tolkien. Then we have this one. And it was $1.25. I know there's a whole series that goes with this. Oh, so some of these look like fun. The Word Snoop, A Wild and Witty Tour of the English Language. And one son in particular I know is going to get a kick out of this book. I got some different selected poetry books, a good old copy of Lord of the Flies, and then Build Your Power Vocabulary enrich your vocabulary quickly and easily. It was $1.25, and if I could just download it into my brain, maybe I'll feel like a grown-up by 40. Okay, so, and then we got some T.S. Eliot. That was another poetry book I got. So this side of the table is classic literature, and I had our 14-year-old and 17-year-old in mind whenever I picked these books. Actually, about 7 of these my 14-year-old already had on his reading shelf upstairs. And I said, I need you, if you don't mind, please bring those down just while I do this haul, and then you can have them back. And then this side of the table I got with read-alouds in mind. This was a neat little find, Chinese fairy tales, and it had a 1940s printing. It was 75 cents. And I did read a page of it standing there, and I just thought that this would be nice to have and that the kids would enjoy that. I got Paperboy, who was a Newbery Honor book, and I have heard so many good things about this book, and I'm so excited. I got it for 95 cents, and we are going to add this to our family read-aloud list very soon. Oh, and then this author, one of the books that she wrote that I absolutely loved, and the kids and I did it as a read-aloud. Not this one, we'll read this one too, but it's called Number the Stars, and it was a World War II novel. It was fantastic, and I think we spent like one full homeschool day reading it and half of the other. We did nothing else but devoured that book. and that's one of the things. I was reading different reviews on her because I've never read any of her other books, and I didn't realize she wrote The Giver, so now I'm totally amazed. And that's what one of my sons was saying, oh my goodness, I didn't know that she wrote The Giver, and I did not know that there are 4 different books to this series, and I didn't know that there are 3 other books that go along with this, and it's just all so exciting. And this book, $2.50. It was more expensive, but I wanted to have it. Someone else paid $4.50 for it. Okay, so we have the story of Laura Ingalls Wilde, Pioneer Girl. Well, we are in the middle of reading through all the Little House on the Prairie books again, and so I knew this would be a good one to have in our collection. And then here is another Newbery winner. We got all 3 of the My Side of the Mountain books. We got My Side of the Mountain, On the Far Side of the Mountain, and then Frightful's Mountain. And I am excited about doing all 3 of these with all the kids. We got Blizzard because in our Little House on the Prairie reading, we just finished on the banks of Plum Creek when they were really dealing with those Minnesota blizzards. And so as I looked through this, and I know here probably about winter time, we will be on the long winter. I'd like to say we'd be on it, we would be reading it really quick, but real life gets in the way sometimes. And so this just looked appropriate to add to our reading collection. We have the Mississippi Bridge. I always pick up any of her books. We have a Borrower's book. The Borrowers are always a wonderful story to read with the kiddos. And then we got this nice big Scholastic magazine type book on spiders. Oh, I forgot some prices. Sorry, this was 50 cents. Water Underground. We've talked about this within the water cycle actually quite a bit lately. And so this was $1.25. And inside, I liked the pictures. I thought it was, let's see here. It also looks like easy reading for readers building their confidence. And I liked the pictures, liked the illustrations within it. And of course, we just did a caverns tour about a month ago where we went way down underground and saw the stalactites and the stalagmites and the mighty tighties. And so the kids always talk about caves forming, and if we have caves on our land and where there could be caverns. So Father Goose and his goslings. Now Naomi, this one was 50 cents. Naomi had just asked me before we went into this thrift store if we could watch this movie again, and I can't recall the name of the movie right now, but I was jumping up and down where I said, Naomi, look what book I just found. And then you can never have too many books, especially in a homeschool house, on volcanoes and earthquakes. This one was $1. It is a nice quality book, and I know lots of good conversation will come from that book. And then the Hindenburg. Oh, another good history type storybook. Yeah, lots going on there with that. Lots of history conversation. World War II, hello. But we will definitely have a lot of conversation as we read through this book, for sure. Oh, and then this was another one, especially since we live a forest life here. Plants that never, ever bloom. And I recognize some plants in here, and I thought this will be more great conversation, because that's one of the wonderful benefits that comes from all of our reading is all the conversation that goes along with it. So I will definitely go back and raid for more books. And several of these are going to go in some of the new magazine racks I have that I'm repurposing as book holders around the house. Some of these are going on children's bookshelves. Some of these are going in my reading basket. We just, besides the shelves I'm going to get put up in this room one day, yay, we have baskets and like little book holders and such all around the house. So also I got, this is, all of the Bible is excellent. All of the Word is good. I have always loved the Vine. And this was 50 cents. It's from John 15, 1 through 8. And I will read it to you. I am the true vine, and my Father is the gardener. He cuts off every branch in me that bears no fruit, while every branch that does bear fruit he prunes, so that it will be even more fruitful. And yes, it's that pruning, friends, that can be painful. You are already clean because of the word I have spoken to you. Remain in me, and I will remain in you. No branch can bear fruit by itself. It must remain in the vine. Neither can you bear fruit unless you remain in me. I am the vine, you are the branches. If a man remains in me and I in him, he will bear much fruit. Apart from me, you can do nothing. If anyone does not remain in me, he is like a branch that is thrown away and withers. Such branches are picked up, thrown into a fire, and burned. If you remain in me and my words remain in you, ask whatever you wish, and it will be given to you. This is to my Father's glory, that you bear much fruit, showing yourselves to be my disciples. So, this does need a little, like the frame looks like it needs oiled and the glass needs cleaned, but I thought this would be just excellent in the kitchen. And I know if I would have seen this out and about, it just might have touched me, and I might have paid full price for it, but I definitely paid 50 cents for it. I got these fun little spreaders. At first I saw the puppy one, and I thought, well, that's cute. And then I saw the grape one, and I thought, oh, we could have a little thing going on here with these. So for 50 cents each, I got these. Figured the younger kids will get a kick out of, putting their own butter on their toast or their jam on a biscuit using these. And I'll probably start picking these up now when I see them. And then I always feel like I have found just such a glorious thing when I find Tupperware tumblers for 50 cents or even $1. So these are actual little Tupperware cups. I got 4 of them. Yeehaw, 50 cents each. And then this is a dress-up dress for Amelia. She wears these and plays with these hard until there's nothing left of them. So this one was $2. Their costume prices were not near as good as all the costumes I got in my last thrift store haul, where I got to fill a whole trash bag for $4. And we filled 2 trash bags full of dress-up costumes for $4 per bag. It was fantastic. So, but now I can just add to it. And then this interesting little suit, it was $1.50. And it even has, look at that, bonus points, it has a tail. So I imagine when Liam sees this, he is going to live in this. And I will have to peel it off of him to wash it once in a while. They also had silverware there for 20 cents each. And you can buy it like 3 for $1 at Walmart. And then these sweet little spoons. So I thought for 20 cents each, I can bleach and wash anything. So we're just adding that to our silverware collection that always seems to disappear. This basket was a really neat find. I was excited about this. And you'll see I got it for $2 whole. So what I'm going to do is put a little Kleenex box in here. You can tell by my voice that we have had the crud the last few days. Kleenex box here, and then just extra toilet paper under the other ends here, and this will just probably sit in our hall bathroom. I thought for $2, I was thrilled with that. Then back here, so I got some clothing at this thrift store. It was okay clothing-wise. It wasn't like the next thrift store I went to where I filled an entire cart. Their prices were okay. The clothing, I feel like I got the best of what they had. They just didn't have a lot of children's clothing, just 2 small sections. So anyway, I got what I could there. I'm happy with the things I did find, but the big thrill of going was all the amazing books. So what I did get is I got another pair. These are size 10, and these are a pair, they look in like new condition to me for $2, size 10 pants. And that's the size that Gabriel and Liam are wearing right now. So I got those. I got these 2. They're little skirts, but they have shorts under them. And Amelia can wear them. So I got those for her. I also got this shirt for her. This was $1 shirt. 2 pairs of pajama bottoms. I found 1 warm little jammies for Benjamin. And then I found 2 shirts for Daniel. Again, these were $1 each. I also found, and I'll pay $1 definitely for decent gloves. We got these gloves for $1 and these gloves for $1 to add to our collection. Naomi really liked this hat. She's a hat girl like her mama. And then she also picked out this hat. So she's just going to have various styles of black hats. And I think I have a similar collection. And then we got some winter hats that were 50 cents. Oh, and then I also got, like, they had some Barbies for $1. Amelia is in a big Barbie stage, plays with those hard. And then this whole bag of animals was $2. And so I know that, again, the kids will play with them until there's nothing left, and then they'll disappear, and that's how that happens. But look, there's even like a little tortoise in there and an elephant. I just consider these quality plastic animals. Especially for $2, I'm happy. Okay, so since today is my towel on my head afternoon of tons of haul videos, I still have my baby wrap on. In my Sharp Shopper discount grocery video, Benjamin was playing along, but then he decided he didn't want any part of this me standing around the table doing videos. So they are taking turns holding them for me so I can do this, because teamwork makes the dream work. So we're going to get these put away, and then I'm going to get everything from my next big thrift store haul. I got so much at that one. Lots of $1, $2 nice children's clothing. And then there's the Walmart haul.